Till I got another reaction video today for y'all boys. Now, as y'all can see from the title, Darvin's Ham's coaching is sabotaging the Lakers' chances versus Denver. Now, do I kind of see... Okay, so the coaching part of it, I think is his adjustments. The adjustments that he put in the game, I feel like that's his worst part about his coaching. His game plan, I feel like his game plan wasn't that bad in game 2. You feel me? And then at the end of it, you can't put that on Darvin Ham. You feel me? That wasn't Darvin Ham's fault that them boys couldn't finish. That AD didn't score a point in the fourth quarter. You feel me? LeBron went off, but where's the help? You can't put that on Darvin Ham. You feel me? I don't know what he's about to say that his was sabotaging it, but if he mentions anything about the substitutions and stuff he has in, that's my main concern. But like, even my homeboy be trying to tell me Steve Kerr should get fired. Now, in my opinion, that's ridiculous. Steve Kerr should not get fired, bro. Women lie, men lie, but them rings don't lie, my boy. You feel me? Say what you want to say. That boy over there getting jewelry. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Oh, y'all go subscribe to my boy too. JSM.
Welcome back, everyone. Despite the heartbreaking loss in Game 2, the Lakers were actually able to do a lot of things right. And if not for some failed second half game planning, they would very likely be heading back to LA tied 1-1. Now, nothing is ever guaranteed when talking about hypotheticals, but there's really not that much they did wrong in this game.
Boy, I almost said something. Boy, I know y'all just seen that. Come on now, stop playing with the GOAT.
The only problem is that the few mistakes that they did make really cost them. And with that in mind, what can they do to correct them in Game 2? Or even before that, who needs to be held accountable for them? And then can those individuals do better in Game 3? We'll talk about all of that during today's video. But before we get too far into it, if you are looking for a place to talk about the NBA playoffs during the playoffs, then don't forget to check out our NBA Discord. We have a live game chat, a daily discussion board, and pretty much everything sports related.
Good defense, Reeves. I'm gonna need some points though.
Oh, to hear my thoughts on everything NBA and Lakers related.
Four court, no look. Oh, stop playing with him.
Description down below. But without further ado, let's dive right into it. And we'll begin by talking about the rotation in Game 2, which I've seen two primary things being talked about here. One of which being the fact that nobody played over 40 minutes in a borderline must-win game for them, and then simply about the amount of playing time that a few of their role players got. And beginning with the 40-minute thing, I'm actually not too mad about it. I know a lot of people have pointed out that LeBron and Anthony Davis need to play more than that, but if you actually watch them, then you'll know that LeBron directly asked to be taken out of the game due to being tired, and then that Anthony Davis had to leave due to foul trouble in the late third quarter. And I mean, there's really nothing Darvin Ham can do about that.
I didn't even know.
You're not going to keep a 39-year-old on the court that is completely gassed, and then you definitely don't want Anthony Davis picking up a fifth foul before the fourth quarter. Don't get me wrong, I would certainly love for them to have both been able to play over 40 minutes, but it simply was not an option. With how hard LeBron was playing on defense, he legitimately needed a few breaks. And then again, there's nothing you can do about Anthony Davis getting in foul trouble.
Do you think, because what I done seen from the last two games, I don't know what it is, Taurean Prince might need to get some more minutes. Taurean Prince been the only person that's been putting up points off the bench. For the last two games, he's the only person that put up points. And he got 21 minutes last game. Okay, I like that. He put up 6 points. You feel me? He might need to get some more playing time. He might need to switch with Rui a little bit more. You feel me? Let them boys switch. Throw some other stuff at Jokic, but you can't just have Rui on that boy the whole time, because then Rui don't put up no fucking points. Rui put up no points again, I'm on your ass. I told you that last video. Proceed.
However, I do think they can learn from that going forward. I love the defense that Anthony Davis played on Jokic during the first half, but he eventually wore AD down and got him into foul trouble, which will likely happen every time if they keep him out there for that amount of minutes, and especially if he's defending Jokic one-on-one for a majority of them. I know they definitely is their best option to defend Jokic with, but you cannot expect him to do it for that long. And luckily for them, they will have another option for it in Game 3. with that being Christian Wood. And while they obviously cannot rely on him
Christian
to defend
Wood coming
Jokic
back.
one-on-one, they can
Oh,
hope for
yeah.
him to do a better job than Rui Hachimura did. And
Oh
then,
yeah,
of course,
I like that. I like Christian Wood coming back. That's a good pickup back. You feel me?
around him.
Good three
In
ball.
my opinion, that is the only way you
defense,
can hope
body.
for Anthony Davis to play 40 or more minutes. Because whether it be from foul trouble or simply getting worn down, it would not be realistic to expect him to play that amount while defending Jokic. And then for LeBron, I will happily take him playing only 38 minutes if it means the kind of defense they played in Game 2. I mean, I've not seen him work that hard on defense since probably last year in the playoffs.
And the fourth quarter
whenever they
he
get
had.
that kind of defensive effort from him, it truly elevates their entire team. And with that in mind, I don't think that you can nor should blame Darvin Ham for not playing them more in Game 2. Though I do think you have an argument if you're talking about the amount of playing time that a few of the other guys got, with the obvious one here being Rui Hachimura. It's kind of funny that Darvin Ham had trouble finding playing time for Hachimura back when he was playing well, but now he's playing in more ways not playing well. And while I'm really hoping for Hachimura to have a good Game 3, he should probably not be playing over 35 minutes, and especially if he plays like he did in Game 2. After all, keeping him on the court actually helped the Nuggets. If you paid attention during the second half, Mike Malone made the adjustment to put Nikola Jokic on Hachimura, and then Aaron Gordon and Anthony
Because
Davis.
he's not doing nothing.
And what that did was prevent Anthony Davis being able to target Jokic on defense, which he did very well at during the first half. And while Rui Hachimura did literally nothing to make them pay for that, he was pretty timid offensively, and then even when he did take a few shots, whether they were at the three-point line or directly at the rim, he was only able to make a single one of them. In my
Bro, 1 for 7. That shit, bro. Every time I see it, it pisses me off. But yeah, bro. If they switch Jokic on you, you gotta give him work, bro. You gotta at least make a move on the defensive end. You can't allow him to just be chilling on the defensive end, because when he get on the offensive end, guess what it is? He gonna catch that bit. He gonna body. Body, pump fake. Oh, you jumped. Let me go on with it. It's over with, bro. And then he bought like 280. That's a lot of weight coming back onto you every time. Y'all never been back down by a big back before. And it shows, you feel me? Now me, I'm about like 6'4". So usually when I'm playing in the park, I'm the center. So any big back that comes out there, I got him, you feel me? So you got to have some strong legs to be down there in that paint with them big backs. Some of y'all don't know about that because y'all be out there on the perimeter. So, yeah, I don't even want to hear all that. Y'all don't know what it feels like to have to guard one of them motherfuckers. But, hey, Rui, 1 for 7, you at least got to make some layups, bro, or do something. You feel me? Back cut. I've been seeing you do that all year. Now what happened, bro? It's just like you just stopped doing that. Come on, bro.
In my opinion, they would have been much better off with Taurean Prince in there during the second half. Unlike Hachimura, he has been a very tough cover
just said
for
that
Denver,
crazy.
knocking down 3 3-point shots, along with having 17 points through only 2 games, which is literally the entirety of their pinch points, by the way. Definitely not good. And not only that, but putting Prince out there prevent Denver from making that switch. I mean, do they really want Jokic trying to keep up with Taurean Prince along the 3-point line? And if they don't want that, their only other option would be LeBron James or a quicker guard. Probably not something they want to do. And that to me is where you could fault Darvin Ham the most here at the rotation in Game 2. You definitely could make a smaller argument about a few other guys, but the main one here is with Rui Hachimura, who unfortunately played into the Denver Nuggets' favor in Game 2. But the even bigger problem here is their fourth quarter play calling, or rather lack thereof. And while it's really difficult to blame one person alone here, Darvin Ham definitely does share part of the blame. Now, you might be questioning why he does not get all of the blame, but in reality, you know that LeBron takes over during the fourth quarter, which does in fact include the way they run their offense, with some people even going as far to call him their real coach during the fourth quarter.
AD.
Now, I'm not sure I go that far, but the lack of plays they run during the fourth quarter is definitely in part from him.
Nah, call him the real coach in the fourth is
as he
crazy.
obviously played pretty damn well during the fourth quarter in Game 2, but he did play a big part in the freelancing that they did. I get that they were trying...
Take a look at the point column. I'm not gonna pause it for too long. I just want y'all to take a little gaze over there, and then tell me what y'all see.
Trying to target matchups,
Ridiculous.
which is completely fine, but you should never go completely away from your playbook. And I think by now they should have learned that when playing Denver. They are simply too well coached and too smart for that kind of style to work. And LeBron talked about what happened to their
Good
offense after
job.
game 2.
He missed that. I thought he made it.
LeBron, in the third quarter, when they start to kind of slowly get back in the game, where did you see the offense start to really sputter for you guys? I think only 40 points in the second half, and it felt like you guys were attacking the basket, not finishing, maybe a little bit around.
Yeah, we missed shots. We got to score versus team. We missed shots. We still got great looks. We just missed them, and they made.
Again, I think they can work harder to prevent that from happening. It's a little bit more than simply not making shots to them.
Yeah.
It's about going away from what worked for them up until that point. And until they figure that out, I'm not sure they will be able to maintain their leads. For the final problem we'll talk about from Game 2, I think we gotta touch on the timeout usage. And here's where you could definitively call out Darvin Ham. They once again ended the game with 2 timeouts. And not only that, but they failed to use their challenge play too. And when a controversial call like the one that LeBron got called for by fouling Jamal Murray happens, that would be a pretty damn good time to use it. I mean, who knows if they overturn it with the way they're calling this game, but that's literally the moment you save a challenge for. And yet, Darvin Ham failed to do anything about it. Again, plenty of problems leading up to that point that could have prevented that, but it's another head-scratching move from him during a late-game moment.
Yeah, bro, I didn't see. Now, I'm glad I watched this because I didn't even know that Darvin Ham had 2 timeouts and he had a challenge. That would have been an excellent play to challenge. I'm not going to lie, because as you can see, I don't really see. Maybe if his arm was behind LeBron's arm, then I can see it. But a nigga got his forearm not extended on his side. I don't really know. That's a good challenge call, you feel me? Especially after they reversed the D'Angelo Russell call when he got smacked in the head. That's a good challenge, my boy. I'm not gonna lie. And then, like LeBron was talking about some bullshit. You can't say, "Oh, we just missed shots, bro." Y'all blew a 20-point lead, bro. That's not just missing shots. That's complete. You feel me? And utter fuck up. But okay, let's get into it.
And that is something you could actually blame him for. With that in mind though, what can they do to be better in Game 3? Well, for one, they simply gotta stick to their offensive game plan, or at the very least stop trying to isolate when the Nuggets make an adjustment to prevent that game plan. There are better ways of going about it than by doing that. Another thing they gotta do is be more aware of who's benefiting them on the court. In Game 1, they left D'Angelo Russell on the court for far too long during a bad game. And then in Game 2, they left Rui Hachimura on the court for far too long during a bad game as well. And that directly played into the Nuggets' favor. And overall, it felt like they've let Denver dictate the second half of both games, allowing them to create favorable matchups and not really doing anything about it. And in my opinion, they have to
Put him in the game. I just seen that, boy.
Be more aware of that in regard to their rotation, what kind of offense they're running, and who they're attacking on defense. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think? What things stood out to you about what went wrong for them in Game 2? And how do you think they should correct them for Game 3? Comment your thoughts down below. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time.
Alright, that's gonna conclude this video. But bro, we might gotta play. We gotta start playing Torian Prince more, bro. Like that's the only option now, cause Rui ain't really. He been bullshitting. You feel me? I get it. You trying to pit him on Jokic? Pit Torian Prince in there, my boy. See how that goes. You feel me? If it don't goes good, have Rui come off the bench, because I feel like if he comes off the bench, he might have a better game, and that's what we need. We need somebody off the bench that's gonna do something. Plus, that's gonna help the starters. And Torian Prince, apparently, that motherfucker out there hitting step back threes and shit. He's ready. He's ready to go. So put him in there, Darvin Ham. But with that being said, this is gonna conclude today's video. If you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and I'm out. Bow.